Hello everyone, good morning. So today we are going to continue the chapter number 5, Early Empires. And yesterday I have called many of the students, they even don't know the name of the chapter. That is Early Empires. We are reading about chapter number 5, Early Empires, and this chapter is of term 1. So without wasting time, we have to start the topic. Today's topic is types of government of that time. So yesterday we have read about Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. Many students don't know the topic name of the topic Janpadas and Mahajanpadas. Now today we will read about the types of government. Some of the Mahajanpadas were republics. Republics means in Hindi it is known as Gana Sanghas. Gana Sanghas means a form of government where the power is exercised by an elected chief. In ancient republics, power was often exercised by a group of elected people. So at that time, like now also, we are having the people who are elected have the power to rule the government. Same way at that time also, group of people were elected and they had the power to rule the government. Same way at that time there were republics or Gana Sanghas. Gana Sanghas in Hindi it is, Sangha means group, Sangh, which were governed by a council. Council means group of elected people. The Republic of Vaji or Vraji, the name of the state is known as Vaji or Vraji also, was one such example. Others such as Kosala and Magadh were monarchies. So that time there were two types of government. We have done in the flowchart also two types of government, monarchies and republics. Same way here also, republic and monarchies. In republic the group of people are ruling, and in monarchies there is a monarch, that is a king who rule the state. So others such as Kosala and Magadh were monarchies. Monarchies means they were having a king who is the supreme power. So first type of government is monarchies. Monarchies, we all know that it is having a monarch, that is a king. I have told you that day also in the flowchart what is the meaning of monarchy. The monarchical Mahajanpadas were ruled by individual kings. So monarchies and the Mahajanpadas were ruled by individual kings. Many of the kings of the Mahajanpadas became very powerful, and monarchy became the dominant form of state and government. And monarchy, that is having a ruler, that is a king, became the dominant. Dominant means having power and influence on others. Having power and influence on others. I have written the meaning, or it also means ruling. So it became the dominant form of state and government. Kingship was hereditary. Kingship was hereditary means, what is the meaning of hereditary? That is the eldest son, सबसे बड़ा जो बेटा होगा, inherited the kingdom and became king after the father. So the eldest son will become the ruler after the death of the father. It is known as hereditary. So only the son of the king can become the ruler. Nobody else will be the next ruler after his death. That means kingship was hereditary. So you can also underline these main points. The king came to symbolize the state. He had absolute powers. So all the powers held in the hands of the king only. So he had absolute powers and was regarded as the protector of society and dharma. He was the protector of society and the dharma. So he was responsible for all the safety and all the things in the society, and also for the dharma, religion. He was assisted by amatyas. Amatyas in Hindi it is amatyas or officials or the ministers while governing. So amatyas were there, senapati was there, purohit was there. Amatyas in the ministers governing the and by the while governing by the senapati. while conquering other lands and fighting. So at the time of fighting, Senapati was there to help him, and by the Purohit while performing religious social duties. So when there is any yag or anything, then Purohit, that is Pandit, was helping him. So all these people were there to help him, but the supreme power was the king only. So like we have seen Bahubali. So in Bahubali there was a king, and there was a fight also to elect the king, who is the most powerful person. He will be the king of that time. So if you have not seen that Bahubali, maybe you have seen. If you have not seen, then you can see now, and you can see how the kings were elected also, how the king elects how was the training was there, and how the king, how much powerful was the king. So many movies are there, you can see. Powerful kings needed standing armies. Standing armies means the armies which are always ready to fight. Standing armies. Powerful kings needed standing armies. That is, meaning is given, permanent army is always in a state of preparedness. That means if any time anybody will attack them, then they were ready to fight. So standing armies to conquer other territories and to maintain order within the kingdom. And all the soldiers were also responsible to maintain law and order within the kingdom. Soldiers were paid regular salaries, and salaries were given to the soldiers by the king throughout the year. So regular salaries like monthly they were getting. Some payments were in cash. So they were getting cash payments, obviously not in paper money like we are having nowadays paper money. That time paper was not there so much, and the money was in the form of punch mark coins. This type of coins were there. So they were getting this type of punch mark coins as a salary, obviously not in paper money that we use today, but in punch marked coins. But from where they were getting the money? Where did the money for the payment of salaries come from? So from where that money was coming? The kings used income from taxes, whatever the taxes they were collecting from the people in the kingdom, they were giving that money to the salary, as the salary for the soldiers. Taxes means, you can see downside, a share of the produce or labor extracted by the state from the producers, often through forcible means. So they were getting salaries by the taxes for paying the soldiers, maintaining the army, for building roads and other welfare activities. So they were getting all these things from building roads and other welfare activities by the people only in the form of tax. Nowadays also we are giving tax to the government in the form of electricity bill, in the form of water bill, in the form of house tax, in the form of toll tax. When we are going anywhere, then there for that road, on moving on the road also we have to give some taxes. So that time also taxes were collected, and those taxes were used to give money, salary to the soldiers. Now republics we will see in the next